Jeep.
Jeep Creep.
The toughest four-letter word on wheels.
What's going on? Next on Jeep Creep, we're actually doing Jeepy things. This is my wife's Jeep JL, which ran between 2018 and it's currently being produced. So what we're going to do today, we are going to put running boards on this baby. And let's go over to, do we want to use running boards or not? What advantages or disadvantages may they have, and which kind should I get? This Jeep JL is running on, let's see, what size tires? 245, 75, 17s. It's got the smaller rim on there, but Wranglers are taller than they used to be. Like me, you're 6 foot tall, you really don't need a running board, because we just kind of slide right in, as you can see, no problem. Foot, boom. But if you're shorter, like my wife is, if you're like 5'2", 5'3", short stuff, you're gonna want them because she has to kind of climb in to get into this thing. And let me show you, for tall guys, why running boards are not necessary and kind of a pain. Okay, so like I was saying, I'm 6 foot tall, and I can slide in this, and with the running board on, I don't even need it. Even with the extra step, I just slide right in, easy peasy. But if you're short, this is a step up for you, right? But if I try to step up on this, it doesn't help. You're gonna hit your head on here. So it's not gonna help you if you're 6 foot tall. But I'll tell you why you still get running boards on this. Jeep wheels, even though you've got your nice wheel well right here, there's no mud flaps on these. So since this is a higher car and got a wider tire, yes, the tire is in the wheel well, but right here there's no coverage. So what happens is you get mud all the way up to your door handle, and it'll actually start caking on your rear hinges all the way back. I mean, you can kind of see here, all the way back to here, and believe it or not, it'll actually start hitting your taillight, all from your front tire. So the running board, when you have these on, actually is going to protect from that spot right here to where the mud can travel. Now, I'm not saying these are as good as a mud flap or whatever. You're still going to get a little bit of mud on the side, but nowhere near as much. And if you live in a state like Michigan, like we do, with all the snow and slush and salt, you're just blasting the side of your car with all that crap. These are the OEM running boards. They're made out of ABS plastic, so they'll never rust. They're very durable. They have a 450-pound weight capacity, so you're not going to break these that easy. No, they are not rock sliders, so if you're going to use this for sliding off rocks and do some crawling and creeping, you might want to consider something a little bit more durable, as these are also attached to the body, not to the frame. So these aren't frame rails or frame sliders or anything like that. So keep that in mind as well. So this floorboard kit for Jeep JLs comes with two shorter brackets like this, and as you can see, they just bracket in underneath here. That's a M8 by 125 by 30 bolt, and then it's got a couple that's attached to this that just slides right through, and this is welded on here, and you just put a nut and washer on that. It's a washer on that, and then it's got two longer ones that fit here. I've already got these mounted pretty easy. So it's just three of these M8s by 125 by 30s that hold on the main thing, and they all have a couple studs welded to the mount, and then your floorboard just simply goes on this. And I'll show you some setups here. All right, now here's a little pro tip. So this M8 bolt that goes into the frame, well, the frame, or the body I should say, it gets all junked up. and I thought I had the wrong bolt because it just wasn't going on and it was tearing the hell out of my bolts. I lubed it, I tried to clean it as much as I can, run the bolt back and forth. Nothing seemed to work except for one of these guys. And if you're not familiar with this, this is a thread out tool used for making new threads and things. But if you buy the same size thread that you need, which you can see here is a M8 125, and oil it up real good, run this through. As you can see all that junk that's in that groove? Yeah, these were pretty nasty. Not so much as much rust as just caked in mud and stuff like that. And this is like, this thing's never been off-road before, so you know, it's gonna happen. So if you have a slightly used Jeep, almost brand new, it still doesn't matter, this is gonna happen. So if you have trouble, that's my tip, get one of these and clean it out. This guy comes with a hand tool that you turn. It just pops into this thing right here, and you just start it by hand, get this on, screw it down. It shouldn't force at all. It'll have a little bit of tension, but not a whole lot. So if you have a whole lot, you got bigger problems, and you need to be really careful and probably go in, back it out, go in, back it out, keep it well oiled. All right, so here's my new favorite tool. I'm just trying to put my floorboards on right here, get this guy on, but look, frame's in the way. And oh no, she ain't gonna fit. What do you use? All right, to get in tight spaces, use one of these guys. It's a right angle adapter. And then if this is still too big, this comes apart, and oh, look at that. Now it's an even smaller adapter. You can't beat that. It's pretty cool. All right, now that we got our adapter on, look at this. I can work on this from any angle that I want. I can just pop this in here. I can hold my drill any which way that I want. Even to get you a nice camera angle so you can see what's going on, and log it down. Just like that, easy peasy. I highly recommend one of these things. I love it. All right, now that we got our mounts on, now we put this on, the running board. And as you can see, it's just got a bunch of bolt holes or thread holes already set up, and all you're doing is running a bolt and a washer into it. Now, mine didn't come with instructions, so just to give you an idea, the longer piece that kind of comes up higher goes towards the front. Make sure that this lip is on the inside of the car, not on the outside of the car. So it's going to look just like this. Slide it in. You might have to go into the wheel well a little bit and then pull it back, kind of fit it, and then so. Now I'm just going to bolt that down and you are all set. That's when it starts to get tight, starting to hammer. Hammer it a few times. Does not need to be super tight. And you can see how fast this goes. And within minutes, you can have this done. If you're using a socket wrench, you're gonna be here all day, but hey, that's cool too.